Buenos dias, good morning. I'm Mrs. Sweetman, or Señora Sweetman, the Spanish teacher at Thomas MacLaren. I was born in Cuba. In 1971, my family and I moved to the United States. We settled in Chicago, where I grew up. When people learn that I'm from Cuba, they have many questions about the island. And one of the questions is, why are there still so many old American cars on the road today in Cuba? Well, that's a little history lesson. Prior to 1959, Cuba and the United States had very close political and economic ties, going back to the Spanish-American War. Many companies from the United States had headquarters in Cuba. Companies like Coca-Cola or Pepsi-Cola and Ford and Chevrolet and DuPont. During that time, a growing middle class believed that owning an American car was the ultimate status symbol. They imported hundreds of thousands of cars. At one time, Havana was known as the Cadillac capital of the world. They did love their American cars and still do. That all changed in 1959. January 1st, 1959, Fidel Castro, after a 3-year civil war, rode through the streets of Havana, probably not in an American car. One of the first things that he did was to sever ties with the United States, prohibiting imports and exports from the island to the United States. All foreign assets were nationalized, meaning all companies owned by Americans or any other foreign country was now owned by the government. They became a socialist state. The close ties with the United States were severed. New ties were made with Soviet Union, and Cuba became a communist country. While they could not import new cars and, more important, parts to keep these cars going, the love for those cars never diminished. While they're very pretty now, they're not exactly collector's items, because if you lift the hood, the engine is made up of anything or any parts that they can find to keep it to get running. So an engine from these cars could have parts from Russian tractors or from Yugo cars. Now you could ask, why aren't there newer cars? And there are new cars in Cuba. But selling and buying a car in Cuba is regulated by the government and is very expensive. A new car could cost up to $50,000. And that is a lot for a person. A worker in Cuba usually makes $25 to $30 a month. So this also makes these cars very valuable. Those that are in very good condition are usually taxis in Havana. These taxi drivers can make more in 1 month than a doctor can make in a whole year. New cars are usually driven by government members. If you remember Animal Farm, all animals are created equal, but some are more equal than others. In the following video, you'll see these old cars being driven through the streets of old Havana. You never know. Maybe one day you'll be sitting in the back of a pink Cadillac being driven through the streets of old Havana. Enjoy. Have a great day in MacLaren. Thank you.